Gentlemen of the press, today being the Friday on the 3rd of April 2026, in this Easter Friday, we are here to brief the Urhobo people how far we have gone on the creation of state for the Urhobo people. Remember, we have been on this course, and not everything we can say in the public. Being the president of the movement for creation of state for the Urhobo people, we are doing a lot to achieve the predetermined objective. As I speak to you, we have created lobby groups made up of Urhobo sons and daughters who are moving, working daily, spending their resources. We want to assure the Urhobo people that given the level we have achieved, it is possible that when states are to be considered for creation in Nigeria, a state will be created for the Urhobo people of Delta State. In fact, the reasons for us to seek for a state are very clear. Number one, we have come on the basis of equity. Equity number one is that the Urhobo nation was the highest ethnic nationality with population in Midwest region. In fact, at a time in Nigeria, we had 4 regions before the 1966 coup. These 4 regions have metamorphosed into states. For example, the northern region is now created into 19 states. The western region is being created into 6 states, and the eastern region is being created into 9 states. Namely, the present 5 states of the southeast and the state of Bayelsa, state of Rivers, state of Cross River, and the state of Akwa Ibom, making it 9 states. But the Midwest state has only been created into 2 states. On this equity, we the Urhobo people are saying that the 3rd state for the Midwest region should be a state for the Urhobo people. And in the last public hearing held in Bayelsa by the National Assembly, in fact, we were able to hear our memorandum submitted to the National Assembly. And we are passed through first reading, second reading, and also public hearing. In fact, as we speak to you, the constitutional provision for creation of state, we have met it very clearly. There's no doubt about that. All the constitutional provision as enshrined in 1999 Constitution, we've met all those things that are outlined there. So the reasons for which we ask for a state is different from the reasons for which other people ask for a state in Nigeria. We are saying that the 3rd state of the Midwest region should be created for the Urhobo people who are now in Delta State, because Midwest region has only gotten 2 regions which deserve the 3rd state. Urhobo was the majority in Midwest, and when we metamorphosed into Bendel State, Urhobo was also the majority. Another ground of equity for which we seek for creation of state is that we want Urhobo State to also be the 7th state of the South-South geopolitical zone, because we deserve it. On qualities for creation, we have the landmass. Urhobo has the population. In fact, we have the infrastructural support, and we have the human resources. All of these qualities put together, Urhobo deserve a state to be created for them. We are saying Urhobo alone deserves a state to be created for them. And in Delta, we are the largest ethnic nationality. And if a state is to be created for the people of Delta State that has 3 senatorial districts today, that state should come to the Urhobo people. So we are here to let Urhobo people know that it is not our function to come to newspaper or print media, electronic media on daily basis to make noise. We are working. As I said, everything that is enshrined in the 1999 Constitution as a criteria to meet up for a state creation, we have met all of them. What we are doing today, we are lobbying people, National Assembly members, and top dignitaries around this country that can help us achieve our predetermined objective. And given the level we have achieved, Urhobo people should know that when states are to be created, in fact, the Ethiopian states which Urhobo people, have clamored for, will be created only for the Urhobo people. And the headquarters will be in Urhobo nation. This is the reason we have to come on air today to let Urhobo people know, to assure them that we are working, we've achieved reasonable height, and there shall be light at the end of the tunnel. The spokesman of the Committee for Creation of Urhobo State is also here with me, Chief Wilson Omene, who is working very hard. I will pass over the microphone to him, and he will brief the press.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank my leader and, of course, the president of the movement for the creation of a state for the Urhobo people. I want to thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Now, there are a lot of things that goes with the issue of creating the Urhobo state. He has mentioned very many of it. But I still want to add some areas of interest. Why we deserve a state for the Urhobo people. People are confused in most cases that they say, oh, we are the 5th largest. Of course, that I want to correct here. Urhobo nation is the 4th largest ethnicity in this country. And that has been proven. And it goes, oh, no, we're not. I gave them the statistics of why we are the 4th largest. But that's not the issue. But it's important. Why do I say it's important? Like my leader analyzed, we have 19 states now in the northern region, isn't it? Yes. And we have 6 states in the western region. And we have 9 states in the eastern region. Then the 4th region, which is Midwest region, we have just 2. All right. So, on what ground? What is the logic? What is the criteria? Where is the justice? Where is the fairness in that? Okay. And in that region, like it's been emphasized, we are the largest. So if we can be 4th largest in the entire country, it means we're not mean people. We are people that need to be respected as well. All right. When they were creating an extra state for the eastern region, the last one created, which is Bayelsa State. Bayelsa happened to be an Ijaw land. And the so-called, let's compensate them because of the crisis then that was on, and they felt they should be carried along in terms of the oil. And they created another state for the 5th largest, jumping the 4th. Where is the equity? Where is the justice? I'm going to talk on this a little bit. It is unfair to now have to move from number 3. The first 3, they are very satisfied, kind of. You now move to number 5 on the list of the population of this country in terms of ethnicity, and left number 4 yet to be satisfied in terms of state creation. I can tell you, I'm not trying to bring the Bayelsa people down. No. It's the right of every Nigerian to agitate, and they're lucky they've given them one. The entire Bayelsa state put together is can't be compared to Ughelli North local government. Only Ughelli North local government can cover the entire Bayelsa state. The major town, which is the only town in that place, is called Yanagwa. And Yanagwa is the capital of headquarters of the state. That's the only major environment you can say, yes, this is a town or a city. If you come to Urhobo land, you have Ughelli major town, we have Abraka, we have Sapele, we have part of Wari, we have Vudu, we have Vuvier, we have Ogara, Agbaro, then Agbara. In Agbara, you have where DSP comes from, Orogu. These are town cities. So tell me the logic for crying out loud. Is it because we are so peaceful we don't carry arms? Do we need to carry arms to get what we're entitled to? That's a question that the federal government need to answer us. Today, we are just there being our brother's keeper. They put that load on our back. You go and be your brother's keeper until you break your back. Starting from Midwest State or Midwest region to Bendel State, we love our people, yes. We love to be our brother's keeper, yes. But there's a limit. We bore the burden of that state all the years it existed as the Bendel State. You go there, all the modern secretariat that was built years ago is still modern till today. So they had no pains when they now gave us another state called Delta State. They took off from there. Our money, our pains, our hard work. I won't call it our gains because we've gained nothing, being the majority. Not just the majority in people, in counting 1, 2 persons, 3 persons. No. We are majority in the production of the oil and gas that the country rely on today, as far as that region is concerned. We're still number 1. So what have we done? Must we carry guns? Must we turn to lunatics before we get listened to? This is not fair, because we are not known to be such kind of people. We are peace-loving people. We believe in dialogue. We believe in expressing ourselves and pushing these things forward. We have been doing this for so long, and for how long will this be? For how long will let Bendel, we started carrying the burden again of the Delta State? For how many years now? We've been doing that. Look at Asaba today. Asaba that I used to know in 1990 here was like one street thing, Navy Sea Road. That's the only place you find in Asaba. But go there today, they've spent our monies to develop Asaba. Asaba is now a first-class city. That everybody can bear to it as a fact. It's now a modern city. Now tell me which of the Urhobo cities now that have been there for years that have developed beyond Asaba today? None. So is it the making of federal government to push us down? What is the crime that we have committed? There are a lot of things that we need to really address. But for time, we're just going to touch on a very few of them and plead with the federal government not to be carried away by the fact that, oh yeah, we need to create one more state, like the rumors that we're hearing. We want to create one more state for the eastern region again. What have we done to you? Have we been destructive? No. Have we been cooperative? Yes. Have we been nasty? No. Have we been our brother's keepers? Yes. Is the pain heavy on us? Yes. Please, These are some of the reasons why we feel strongly that the states were overdue to have our own state. All the, like my president mentioned, he told us very vividly that all the criteria needed to have a state created for the people of Urhobo, we have met all today. We have met all. So we have no reason to doubt that, oh, even if we have to create a state in this country, in this one state, that one state should be for the fourth largest tribe in this country that have contributed immensely to the development of this country in terms of revenue generation for our people, for being our brother's keeper for so many years. We can't afford to continue in this manner. We're no fools. I'll give you some typical example. Go into the NNPCL board. Mention one Urhobo man that has ever been there as chairman of that board. None. All the headquarters of these oil producing companies, what are they? None is cited in Urhobo land. None. And you give us bad name, oh, they are agitators. What do you mean by that? I can tell you, if you redirect all those people to say move to where your operational bases are, all these things to say agitators will be reduced. Do you know the job created for having all these headquarters in Lagos? Lots of jobs have been created by that. What have we done? We must try and look at all these issues. That's for NNPC. In recent time, just our dear president, that we have deep respect for, went to England, UK, and secured 700 and something thousand, £1 million for the ports of where? Nigerian ports. And where's that Nigerian port? Lagos. But we determine what leaves, not determine, we contribute over 60 to 70% of what leaves this country in terms of handling exports of our crude oil. That forms over 70% of what leaves this country. Do they leave through Lagos ports? The answer is no. They leave through our port. The loading bay in Escravos, the loading bay in the Focados. I want to plead. We don't want to go violent, Mr. President, and our brothers and sisters in government. The National Assembly in particular. We are not violent people. We are not just clamoring for a state because everybody wants a state. I understand we have about 50-something sets of people looking for states. Some cannot even pay salaries of their families, not to talk of the state they are clamoring for. We have attained the level of being given a state. In fact, long ago, but we're still being calm. Let me tell you the benefits of just creating a state for us. That others have been benefiting, although they are not as big or as large as us. Fourth largest, like I said. You are entitled to 3 senatorial districts. 3. You are entitled to 9 federal House of Representatives seats, automatic. You are entitled to 1 ministerial slot, compulsory. You are entitled to 1 ambassadorial slot, compulsory. And by quota system, you are entitled to several DGs of parastatals, director generals, or executive secretaries of various federal government parastatals. It's compulsory for any state, because you must participate in the governance, in the benefits of democracy in the country. Where is ours? You want to create a state as, oh, forget the fourth largest, let's go to anywhere and create one. Denying us again, leaving us to fight for how many, for 5 for these 3 seats, senatorial seats, to 5 for the 9. At this moment, we have just 1 senatorial seat, 1. And for this moment, we have just 3 federal House of Representative constituency. 3, just 3. People that constitute the 4th largest and constitute one of the highest quota of production of what survives this country. It's not fair. That's the height of unfairness. That's the height of injustice. We can't continue in this manner. This is democracy, they tell us, and we believe. And we have always contributed, even politically, to ensuring that new government comes into power to survive us. We are not being survived in this process. I plead with you, that is the federal government, in particular the National Assembly. We should not be sentimental in terms of say, oh yeah, let's give the eastern region or western region more states. And that very important Midwest region still have to be ignored. We should be thinking of having about extra 2-3 states for that region. So even if you have to create it, anything at all, then you must go for equity. And for equity, you go for the most populous area, most viable area, most peaceful area, and most accommodating area, being our brother's keeper. Remove that burden that we've been bearing since the Middle region. Till now, please remove that burden. You want to break our back first? And you know, if you break the back of the common man, it becomes violent. We are not that kind of people. Don't turn us into violent people, please, because we won't take that. And that is why we are calling on this press conference today by my president, who has assured you people that this must be done with lobby committees that have been put in place. He's a wonderful gentleman. He has done us so much favors. These are the kind of people that's okay, Urhobo, please be calm. Go and manage NNPC for the country. You, Dr. Go do this for any Urhobo man that you find competent. We have so many of them. Are you talking about educational institutions that we have put in place for several years privately? Oh, come on. We are pleading. If there must be any place that is deserving of a state in this country today, it should be the 4th largest tribe, Urhobo people. We deserve it and want to remain peaceful. Thank you very much.
Conclusively, we are calling on all Urhobo sons and daughters, home and abroad, not to support the creation of state for any other people other than the Urhobo people. Do not be deceived by what you see or by what you hear. Please know that your people are working for you with respect to the creation of a state for Urhobo people. We deserve it. We are large enough to have a state of our own. Some people want a state for themselves because they want to join the Southeast Nigeria. That is not our pursuit. Our pursuit is the creation of a state for Urhobo people where only the Urhobo people put together will be under one state with a headquarter in Urhobo land. That is why we have come up with this press conference to let you know that we are working, we are close to the light, Do not join force with others calling for a creation of state for them, leaving you. Thank you and God bless you.